Death Valley, a warm home to the Tigers, a hothouse to those they play. Since 2016, all who entered left as defeated prey.
If you get out of Death Valley on a Saturday night, they become the story.
But these wolves are every bit as fierce as the pack that beat Clemson in Raleigh last year.
Louis Underlane, incomplete. Wolfpack wins in overtime.
NC State rides on the strength of the pack.
Question is, can they do it here?
We have an instilled, unshakable belief in our DNA.
A winning legacy colors the attitude, but belief is built on the back of unexpected victory, still fresh in the mind.
Touchdown, Wolfpack.
People have been counting us out for a long time, and this belief feeds the fire.
The Tigers and Wolfpack unleashed in the wild on Saturday Night Football.
In the ACC, the path to a title always involves taking down the Clemson Tigers. Here in Death Valley, a dry and warm evening. Hurricane Ian sparing this part of the state. We have a top 10 collision between the Wolfpack of NC State and the Clemson Tigers. Welcome to Saturday Night Football on ABC, presented by Capital One, and this presentation of the ACC on ESPN. This is the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive Game of the Week. And welcome to Clemson. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit. We said this part of the state is dry, about 2.5 hours away from here. The coast of South Carolina hit by some storm surge and some flooding, but weather will not affect this game tonight. We are mindful, however, of the many folks in the state of Florida impacted by the tragedy of Hurricane Ian, sending our support to them.
Absolutely. It's been a horrific set of circumstances. We have a lot of loved ones who live in the state, a lot of people that have been impacted, and of course our thoughts and prayers are with them over these last few days.
This game here tonight is one of the biggest of the year in the ACC. NC State's never been involved in a top 10 matchup before. It's more old hat for Clemson, but this game, one of those rare ones. It's been circled on both teams' schedule all year.
Well, it's pretty obvious if you're going to get to the ACC championship, you've got to be able to knock off Clemson. And Clemson right now has some confidence and swagger back. After last year, their offense really couldn't get anything going. Right now, their quarterback, DJ Uiagalelei, has a lot of confidence because of what he was able to do last week. And I think that the fact he lost some weight, he's come in, he's more decisive, he's quicker, he's involved in the running game. But let's face it, last week's game against Wake Forest, I think, allows him to come in. Game was on the line. He threw touchdown pass after touchdown pass to eventually beat the Demon Deacons. And now here they are tonight, ready for NC State. A much better defense, I might add, that they're going up against.
Oh, yeah, these are veteran guys. They're salty. The Wolfpack bring a lot of confidence in here. Their offense hasn't really gotten fully clicking yet. Devin Leary is a tough guy from Jersey. He's gritty. He's experienced. He beat Clemson last year. He feels ready for this moment, but it's a test for him in here.
But I think that experience last year of beating Clemson, remember they had lost 8 in a row, 15-16. Dave Dorn with his chip on his shoulder. Nobody respects us. His team rallies around that. All of a sudden they had that moment. Now they have to come back a year later into Death Valley at night. Can they do it? If they are, 3.5, 4 hours from now, it's going to be because of number 13. The experience that you alluded to has had some highs, has had some lows. I think that experience allows him to come in thinking that they can win this game.
Tigers defense is shorthanded. The star defensive tackle, Brian Persay, will not play tonight. We'll detail that situation. Also some injuries in the back end, which was ripped apart by Wake Forest. So a lot of subplots. We're going to have the excitement of the Clemson Tigers bus ride around the stadium, touch the rock, run down the hill. It's going to be electric in here tonight. The Wolfpack and the Tigers in a high-stakes top 10 collision in the ACC.
The Nissan pregame drive is next, after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
I like to boost it, my vitamins can boost it. I like to boost it, we like to boost it.
Boost, a fizzing amazing vitamin boost.
Boost it.
How bright are these stars?
Eddie.
What is a tuna?
What is Sense and Sensibility?
What is Long Island? That's correct.
Yes! The stakes are high. $1 million for charity. Celebrity Jeopardy, new Sunday, 8/7 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
When cold symptoms keep you up, try Vicks NyQuil Severe. Just one dose starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to 9. For max strength nighttime relief, NyQuil Severe. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, sore throat, best sleep with a cold medicine.
Nobody said it'd be easy, and it's anything but. But some way, somehow, the Guardians get it done again. Just another incredible step on this 2022 journey that each and every day you can't wait to get to the park to see what may happen next. And once again, Cleveland, you will have another October to remember. The Guardians, American League Central Division champs for the 11th time.
It's bad enough taxing Tim Ryan helped Biden raise taxes on Ohio families. Worse, Ryan allowed our tax dollars to go to COVID relief checks for the Boston Marathon bomber and hundreds of thousands of other convicted murderers and criminals in prison. The Ryans spend almost $1 billion in COVID checks going to jailed, hardened criminals. Taxing Tim Ryan. Higher taxes, criminal spending. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Santa Fe. Get 3.29% APR or $500 bonus cash on the Santa Fe with new inventory arriving daily. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Best sports team in Cleveland, John and Carly on News 5.
It's already 93 billion light years across, and it's still expanding. Sure makes you feel small, doesn't it?
I still feel pretty big.
I still feel pretty big.
Welcome to the Nissan pregame drive. Nissan, premier partner of the Heisman Trophy.
Back in the studio, Booger McFarland, Kevin Nagandi with you. Nissan pregame drive leading up to Clemson, NC State. And we've got some news here concerning number 2, Alabama, and Heisman reigning winner. And is Bryce Young trying to escape pressure. He goes down hard here against Arkansas. Booger.
Yeah, he's been running a lot more this year. You can tell that right arm got extended, some discomfort in the shoulder. He comes back, tries to throw another pass, but look at the look on his face. You know something is wrong.
Says it all there, that face and holding that shoulder. And then we saw everybody else kind of step up, led by Jahmyr Gibbs, and over 200 yards rushing.
And the offensive line, because he had holes that you and I could run through, but Gibbs stepped up and dominated the game running the ball.
Meanwhile, Alabama has Texas A&M next, and Texas A&M coming off a big loss. Will Rogers, the rah-rah, Thomas.
Great job by Mississippi State, but the bigger issue, can Texas A&M somewhere get some offense?
42-24, A&M cannot get it done. Meanwhile, Ole Miss, first time they're 5-0 since 2014. They stopped Will Levis.
Yeah, without a doubt, that defense. And watch my man here, Kev, big fella. Come on, make sure you keep the shirt down.
They stop him in the red zone. Big 12 championship rematch. And Oklahoma State now 4-0 with the defenses. They stop Baylor.
Amazing. Jim Knowles goes to Ohio State, but Oklahoma State still playing great defense.
Jason Taylor, the second, with the pick that would seal the game here. And how about Kansas? They survived. Jace Gilbert cannot get the game-time field goal for Iowa State. The Jayhawks rank them. They're now 5-0, Boog.
Undefeated. College game day, please go there.
Ohio State also undefeated. They win 49-10, and Mayan Williams the story.
Well, it's the physicality. Anytime they get in trouble or want to be physical, they give it to him and not Travion Henderson.
Backstory why Boog's saying game day, go there, because Kansas is 5-0 hosting TCU, which is undefeated as well. All right, our game here. Game days at Clemson.
Yes.
This game tonight will come down to what?
Can the NC State defense stop Will Shipley? Because if Clemson has both the run game and the pass game going, they're tough to beat. Take Will Shipley out and make DJ Uiagalelei beat you.
Okay, Uiagalelei is coming off a fantastic career game, 5 touchdowns. We'll see what he can do tonight. Enjoy it. Chris, take over.
All right, thanks, Kevin. NC State coach Dave Doeren in year 10 trying to beat Clemson in back-to-back seasons, something very difficult to do. Here's Doeren pregame talking to Dabo Swinney, his kicker, his safety, and his star slot receiver.
Hi, baby, let's do it. How you doing?
Ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
See you, man.
Me too.
Trip good?
Really good, actually.
We got
what I thought it was going to be.
We got lucky, man.
I was like, maybe we should all bring a candle. So do you feel as good as you look?
Yeah.
You got to focus on the little things, man. Don't get all this stuff going on, you know what I mean? Just play football, man. You know how to do that really well. That's why you came back, dude. Wear those guys out, man. I love you, too. Go do your thing, man. Let's go. Go do what you do, man.
You got a great team, brother.
Yeah, you too, man.
Great team.
It'll be a fun night for us.
Oh, man.
It don't get no better than that, no doubt.
Doran very pleased with this week's preparation with this top 10 showdown. This has been the Nissan pregame drive. Kickoff from Clemson is coming up next. But now we'll look inside Nissan's Heisman House.
Guys, I got a game today. I need a ride.
But it's only Saturday.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. College kid.
Who took my helmet?
Ready?
Where are my socks?
I need more club.
Have you seen my pads?
Fashion.
I'm coming, Baker.
So where are we headed this week?
Texas.
Texas. Road trip.
Any other questions about your loan with Navy Federal Credit Union?
All good. Thanks again for answering my call. I know it's late back home. I can't imagine where I'd be without you guys.
Hello? Are you still there?
Thanks so much.
Have a good one. Thanks for calling.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
I told you, I'm betting us. Have you seen that defense? All right, bye. Hey, I'm just trying to buy these.
I think you may need one of these, too.
Really? No, I'm just messing with you. That was good.
Weekend.
Enjoy the game.
Ah, the fresh scent of delivering love in the morning. Plus the extra cash for Drew here doesn't smell bad either. Who knew heartbreak could be so good for business? Whoever you are out there, just know, Janet sees you.
Welcome to the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive Game of the Week.
We know we're going to get every opponent's best. That just comes with being at Clemson.
4th down for the ball game.
The last play seemed like it was a scene from a movie.
The Wolfpack with the massive upset.
Still hurts to this day, but we have another chance this week.
The reason I came is these games like this.
A night game, top 10 matchup. It's going to be like no other.
No, baby, we love it.
We're a bunch of guys that like proving people wrong. You got to put the ball down and play the game.
Clemson Tigers don't use words like payback and revenge publicly, but you know in the minds of those players to go over to Raleigh and lose that game last year, one of 3 losses. It was a season that left them short of even the division title, Kirk. So it's on their mind that the Wolfpack got them last year, no doubt.
Yeah, this is Clemson team that's excited and fired up. This is part of their tradition. People think they just run down the hill outside of the locker room. This is the all-in bucket. Everybody has a chip. They come out of the locker room, actually load up on buses and work their way around the stadium with a police escort. So you can see these buses. There's the hill that eventually they'll get themselves to, but some people think if the locker room's up there at the top of that hill. It is not.
There's the rock that was brought from Death Valley. 1966, Howard's Rock, named for Coach Frank Howard. The Tigers will touch that and then sprint down that hill. None of them as fast as their head coach, however. 3 buses, offense on 1. That's usually the quieter more cerebral bus. The defense has been known a little rowdier.
I just talked with Jake, my other son, who's played at Clemson for 3 years. He said it's actually eerily quiet on the bus, on all the buses. It's just they're kind of building with anticipation to get to that hill.
There is Uiagalelei. A lot asked of him in this offense, and again tonight. It's an important game for his career, for his season. This bus ride ritual began 50 years ago in '72. A player, a walk-on, actually suggested that they do this to get around to the east end of the stadium. But it's weird, Kirk. You've just gotten the pep talk. You just heard from the coaches, and now you get in the bus and you ride in a cramped, short ride. But
it's the only thing I can think of in a country. Usually you get dressed, pep talk, right out of the locker room onto the field. Clemson is very proud of what they have here, and they should. It's a unique tradition, and Dabo Swinney makes it extra special with all the winning he has done here. Yeah, you're loaded up. Here they go. Escort will take them around.
We Will Rock You, appropriately, is being played inside the stadium.
The shortest police escort in history.
They take those two right turns. When they make the final turn, they can begin to hear the crowd and the noise of the open end of the stadium. Come around right here on Williamson Street, and the players, Kirk, say this is when you begin to feel it. You can't help it. Your pulse comes up.
Especially in a game like this, two top 10 teams colliding in Death Valley at night. There's an energy in here. Here they come.
That's the new Davotron, the giant new screen, a wrinkle here. They'll walk right underneath that.
Crowd sees the buses.
Only in college football. Heavyweight fights had their ring walks. CFB has Clemson's grandest entrance in sports. There's a fourth trooper that's got to keep up with Dabo. Keep an eye on him. It's a tough assignment. None of these guys have ever known a home loss. 36 in a row wins here for the Tigers. They'll get cued by the cannon. And then the stampede is on.
Dabo is fired up for tonight.
There's nothing quite like this. NC State makes their entrance. A faint orange glow at that far end of the field.
How about Andre, our cameraman, making his way down That was pretty good effort holding that camera and not falling down.
Dabo once again wins the sprint. After all, the emotion and the hype and the build-up, as you see Will Shipley, the star running back for the Tigers, you got to manage that adrenaline, right? And the emotion, Kirk, and then just go out and execute. Emotion won't win it.
Emotion will be intense early, and as you said, then it's just a matter of execution. But that is a great tradition. What, as you said, makes college football college football.
One of the captains for NC State is Grant Gibson, number 50, their veteran center. Talked to him this week. It's a very emotional trip back. His grandfather, Harvey Gant, was the first black student at Clemson back in 1963. His grandmother was the second student. So he feels a powerful family history as he walks back on this campus and on this field on the other side of things tonight. His grandparents are Clemson fans, but they're rooting for NC State tonight. Marcus Woods is the referee of this ACC crew.
Great weather for football tonight. This is going to be heads. That's going to be tails. At North Carolina State, you're the visiting team. What is your call? Heads. Heads is the call. It's heads. North Carolina State has won the toss and elected to defer the choice second half. You want the ball, which way you want to kick? Move your backs that way. Move your backs this way.
Devin Leary says we'll defer, and we'll see Uiagalelei, Shipley, and that Tigers offense up first. To the field in Holly Rowe.
Well, Coach Sweeney, your quarterback really grew up, last weekend. How do you want him to perform tonight with all this emotion and excitement and energy around him?
Just channel the emotion into execution. Just one play at a time. Stay focused and do your job.
Devin Leary's a terrific quarterback for the Wolfpack. How has your secondary grown up at practice this week to handle him?
We're going to find out real soon.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, that secondary was torched by Wake Forest. And it's been some teaching moments in the practice field. Smith to kick it away. Shipley at the goal line for the Tigers. Buckle up. This top 10 collision in Death Valley. Shipley will let it go. And so we'll see DJ Uiagalelei, who was really scorched by critics. It was a tough situation last year. He didn't meet his own expectations on or off the field. A lot of things went wrong around him, but improvement in some big areas this year so far.
Yeah, really has shown tremendous mental toughness after what he went through. See the week he had last week, leading his team on the road to a victory against a very talented Wake team. 371 through the air, 5 touchdown passes. They needed every one of them. But again, he's playing a much better, more experienced defense tonight.
Shipley motions out, empty backfield on this opening play. Uiagalelei takes a peek, and then he'll just power forward. Running is a part of his arsenal. Picks up 3 there.
Well, all the years we've been coming in here watching Clemson football, when they get into big games like this, you can always bring it up. Taj Boyd, Deshaun Watson, Trevor Lawrence. It's not just their arms. They've got to be a willing runner. Usually it's 10 to 12, maybe 15 times in these big games you see QB run, making a defense have to commit an extra hat down to account for that running quarterback.
Hand off to Shipley, picks his way and fights down. Looks like they may have grabbed a face mask in there. He's a couple yards short of the marker. Shipley is a sophomore, had a terrific freshman season, even better start.
Face mask, defense. 15-yard penalties at the end of the run. First down.
His head snapped around, you could see it.
And right into the trenches there. Looked like Corey Durden, who had such a great game a year ago against his Clemson offensive line. But a good push, initial push there by this Clemson offensive line that's done a nice job with some new pieces of building some continuity early in this year. I really think Shipley's the key to this offense.
Averages almost 7 yards a carry. Runs with a serious edge. Off the play action. Uiagalelei gets a pass out, and it's caught by Joseph Ngata, who is wide open and goes all the way to the Wolfpack 30. 21 yards.
Just a miscommunication on the left side of the flat. Great job by DJ of recognizing. You see there's no flat defender. A couple different defenders not on the same page. Looked like Jaqueen Harris, 6, actually got sucked into the inside. You could see there to the right, 2 defenders on the inside. Nobody had the flat.
Shipley bouncing off tacklers. Saw Ngata. He's a guy that may be ready to step up and finally live up to that amazing physical potential. Here's the impact players.
Yeah, and he's one of the Chick-fil-A impact players because he's finally healthy and he's a big body. Does a good job of adjusting to those 50-50 balls. Will Shipley out on the edge and up the middle. Drake Thomas, a tremendous leader. I think maybe the best trio of linebackers in the ACC, maybe one of the best in the country. And keep an eye on number 10. Tanner Engel can fly. Heat-seeking missile from the back end of this defense.
Uiagalelei backpedals and delivers a throw over the middle. He was trying to find Antonio Williams, the very talented freshman receiver. Isaiah Moore got there in a hurry.
Yeah, well, he's blitzing. See him right up the middle. They're putting one too many. Good job by DJ of just kind of buying a little time, pulling himself back away. Watch this pressure. Moore gets clean. Thomas gets in. He knew he's going to get hit. He just kind of drew that defense to him, and with his size is able to go up and over and almost connects.
If State's going to win, number one's going to have a big night. He's the heartbeat of the defense. He's the communicator back there. Run stopper. Rushes the passer. 3rd and 5. Third was a nightmare for Clemson a year ago in the loss to NC State. But this completion's for a first down. That's Williams who moves the sticks inside the 20.
Good job on 3rd down. Front 2 receivers go downfield. And then you'll see the young receiver, the freshman, Antonio Williams, just kind of use him, get underneath that coverage, and knowing exactly where he needs to go to be able to pick up that first down before Fagan can get to him. Good, well-designed play there by Clemson on 3rd down.
Receivers bunched to the right. Uiagalelei looks into the seam, and he finds that big 6'6" tight end, Jake Brenningstool. They use him and Davis Allen regularly in this offense.
Brenningstool is a heck of a prospect out of Nashville. Went to Ravenwood High School. Great high school player. Really came in more built like a receiver. Has put on 15 to 20 pounds of muscle. Starting to really look like a guy that can be a force, becoming a better blocker. And as we see, a tremendous receiver in the middle of the defense.
2 tight end look on this first down. Shipley into heavy traffic. And it's a very short gain. Davin Vann and Peyton Wilson filling for the linebacker spot.
It was really just a defensive line eating up those offensive linemen, which in this 3-3-5 stack, that's their job. Occasionally they'll slip an edge and get into the backfield, but usually they're going to try to eat those linemen up, then free that talented group of linebackers to get downhill. Another 3rd down here.
Get a first down at the 6.
DJ gets the look that he wants, looks over and gets the call from the sideline here on 3rd and 1.
Shipley spinning for a first down. He wanted to score. Saving the touchdown was Derek Pitts, but his 1st and goal.
Davis Allen and Jordan McFadden on the left side. They just collapse that defensive line. He's reading the end man. Boy, Shipley wants just one more chance to get that leg up and through that tackler, and he's into the end zone. But they do pick up the first down. Really good job with Davis Allen and the leader of that offensive line, Jordan McFadden on the left side, just completely taking that defensive line's edge away.
Clemson, you saw, has been really efficient in the red zone. This is the best defense they've faced, but perfect in terms of points down here. Quarterback run all the way. He's going to be hit behind the line, knocked down by Cyrus Fagan. The safety came flying across the line.
That is a good job by this defense. Watch these guys fly to the football. Recognize that this quarterback's a threat. He's just going to use Shipley as a lead blocker. They take up all those blocks, and there's an extra man, extra hat. There's a progressive pylon cam to give you a really good view there. That's an attacking defense getting down here with their backs up against the wall here.
That pylon cam give you a look at what it's like down there in the pit near the goal line, man.
Tough to run the ball in against this group.
I'll try to run it again with Shipley, but again, smothered. Very short gain. It'll be 3rd and goal. Corey Durden got him down that time along with Pitts.
You mentioned it. Durden is really good. Durden had that big game last week. I talked about how they eat offensive linemen up, and this time he's able to get off that block and into the backfield. They're going to have to throw the ball to get this in.
Well, they got the 3 receivers bunched to the left. And Ngata's off to the right. Uiagalelei thinks about running, and he's not going to get there. Slam 3 yards short of the goal line. Wilson again, and Isaiah Moore met him.
Chris, I was thinking what you were thinking. Ngata is so dangerous in this situation to the fade, but the safety takes that away. And because he takes that away, you're forced to see he wants to look, and instead he comes back to the backside. Everything's covered, and look how they spied him. They're anticipating that when it's not there, he'll pull it down. 12 plays, 72 yards, and it's a great drive, but a heck of a job by NC State's defense of holding them out of the end zone.
So a chip shot attempt from B.T. Potter, and took his COVID red shirt, came back for another year. Very reliable kicker, and he knocks it through. 9 of the last 10 games, Clemson scores points in their opening possession, but they're hoping for more than 3. We'll see the Wolfpack on offense after this.
So?
The new iPhone 14 Pro. It's amazing.
Yep, the camera is incredible. And you'll get our best deal.
Nice, but everyone should get it.
Everyone can get it.
Every new customer.
And every existing customer.
Every iPhone.
Every iPhone.
Every iPhone.
Every iPhone.
Okay, my work here is done. Everyone gets the best deal on every iPhone.
Best one yet.
Everyone gets AT&T's best deals on every iPhone. Get the new iPhone 14 Pro on us.
Are you coming for my job?
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach.
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Order number 1.
Hey, man, there's nobody here but me.
I don't tell you how to run routes. I did play in junior high. I'll get that.
Today's pros need today's tools, and the Home Depot is here to help. With job site delivery to keep you on site and on schedule, and equipment rentals to make sure you can take on any job. Plus, when you join Pro Extra, you'll earn perks on every dollar you spend. Earn perks 4 times faster when you join. Register and use your Pro Extra credit card. New tech, new tools, new ways to grow your business, all at the Home Depot. How pros get more done.
This book has helped me reach so many young homeowners who have become their parents.
Hey, what's the lowest you'll go on one of these mugs?
Well, remember, no haggling in stores.
Ah, yeah, chapter 6, yep.
They may have read the book, but they still have a long way to go.
I was hoping to get your John Hancock on there.
Well, let's just call it a signature.
I noticed there weren't any refreshments, so I'm just going to leave a couple of snackies.
Folks, the line's a shambles. Let's tuck it in.
Sir?
Come on. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Okay, we don't need a line monitor.
At Chipotle, our garlic guajillo recipe brings a whole new dimension to steak. Our most tender cuts, hand-seasoned and grilled fresh, mixed with garlic and guajillo peppers, finished with fresh lime and cilantro. All new garlic guajillo steak. It's a whole new dimension of flavor.
Sky. I've got that sunshine. Code silver.
I'm hurt.
You cannot go down there.
Dr. Lim, they need my help.
Don't touch me!
Shine.
Look at me.
Huge win for NC State. Had a chance to win it in regulation. Dunn missed his 3rd field goal of the day. They go to double overtime. Watch the snag made here. Devin Carter, ace receiver, and then this. Incomplete, and the Wolfpack stormed the field. Dave Doran has a victory cigar and a red solo cup after the game, and it was a big night in Raleigh.
It was a big night. And really a game-changing moment for Dave Doran to get people to believe in what he's doing in Raleigh.
Jordan Houston, their running back, who's back healthy tonight, takes the kick return and gets out to the 20. So we talked about Devin Leary. He's an excellent decision maker in the RPO offense. They do rely a lot on the play action, the screen game tonight. They need to run the ball for him.
Yeah, they're going to run the ball. You're going to see, like a lot of teams in college football, the RPO, play action. It's a mixed bag. Most importantly, he's making his 25th start. He's been through a lot of battles, some good and some bad, but I think all that experience gives him and his teammates, most especially, belief that they can handle this atmosphere and move the ball tonight consistently against this defense.
And on the first play, fighting forward for a short gain is Jordan Houston. Chick-fil-A Impact players from the Wolfpack have the football, Kirk.
They have got to be able to run the football. Thayer Thomas on the outside. You'll see him in the slot. Grant Gibson, I put him up there. I love to put linemen up there. Fourth-year starter. And in this crowd, you need a center that can communicate. Barrett Carter, watch how he runs at linebacker, a young man that's really stepped up. And then Andrew Mukuba also, safety corner.
There he checks it down, and one of the many screens you'll see tonight with the Tigers defense all over it. Swarming was Tyler Davis from his interior line position.
This is called doing your homework, whether it's the formation, whether it's the down and distance. KJ Henry and Tyler Davis. Watch 13 and 5. They're running out there before he even threw the ball. Good pressure there by Trent Simpson, but 5 and 13 dialed in on that screen into the boundary on second and long.
Not optimal. 3rd and 11 against this crowd noise in first possession. And a flag, you can practice against it. You can pump in the crowd noise. It's never quite the same. And a false start.
False start. Offense, number 74.
That's the guys you worry about, are the tackles. They're out on the edge, especially early in the game when the crowd is really a factor. He's just leaning back, trying to get a jump there before Miles Murphy, a very, very talented defensive end, can get around him.
Tigers rush 4, but they get to him. Leary gets a clutch throw away to Thayer Thomas, his most trusted target, and they move the sticks on 3rd and 16.
And how about KJ Henry over here? Watch the inside move directly to the quarterback. Put his foot in the ground, goes right by him, and that's experience. Waiting to the last possible second. What a throw by Leary. Knows he can see it in his peripheral vision. He's going to get hit, but makes a great throw to a veteran in Thayer Thomas, who's got great route ability and incredible hands.
Houston. You talk about a quarterback who's got grit and how the team feeds off that, and that's an example of grit on the field right there.
And we'll see what happens on this drive. That, to me, with the crowd early in the game, 3rd and 15, I'm going to put a little star next to that completion and throw and conversion, because that settles this crowd down, gets you away from your own goal line, and all of a sudden this offense can find a little bit of rhythm. Then they pick up nice yards there on 1st and 10.
5-receiver empty backfield. Leary wanted to get the ball out quickly. Nobody was there and just has to throw it away. 3rd down again.
That was looked like a miscommunication with Leary. That's an area that right now they've really struggled with. Lassane Jr., who's into the boundary. You know, Leary is supposed to put up these huge numbers, and other than Thayer Thomas and Devin Carter, everybody else around him really playing for the first time, and he's just been off here or there. Not so much Leary, but finding that rhythm with some of these new receivers and getting on the same page.
Thomas this time slot right, and they look that direction and find on the slant there Devin Carter. So they got Thomas in the slot. Carter's the big guy on the edge.
Watch Jordan Houston. Watch Houston pick this blitz up right here. He steps in. That gives him a chance to be able to pick this just enough time on 3rd down. Clemson dials up the pressure. A young quarterback watching this. Look how he just sits in the pocket. Trusted his receiver's going to run the right route. Trusted his running back's going to pick up the blitz. Not panicking, not backing out. Just sitting in there and making an accurate throw on 3rd down.
Yeah, 2 for 2 on 3rd down. Femi Sumo-Karnbe spells Houston as the back. He's got it running to the right. Big collision, and he's knocked down in Tiger territory after a short gain by Jeremiah Trotter.
Notice they're trying to work in. Still want to work inside and outside, running and throwing, but the area that everybody wants to really see, now that James Skowski has moved on, they want to see these linebackers who, Dabo told us yesterday, Simpson, Trotter, and Carter might be the most athletic trio that he's had, and I don't doubt that. I'm just saying the experience and knowledge in the middle of that defense isn't there, and I think you'll see them try to test that, especially through the air tonight.
2nd and 9 in the flat. Thomas shakes a tackle and is going to make something of nothing. He got about 3. Forced out by R.J. Mickens. 3rd down again now.
There's one of those linebackers right there, Barrett Carter. Good job of getting off that block. Almost made the tackle for about a 3 or 4 yard loss.
How good is number 0?
I don't know. Dabo's had a lot of big-time players come through here, and you bring up number 0, and his eyes lit up, talking about how this guy literally, he could play anywhere on our defense. So talented.
Does Leary have another clutch throw in him on this 3rd and long?
And Chris, you see him, they walk him out here. He'll play inside, they'll walk him out to his slot receivers, they'll blitz him. Just very versatile.
Leary stands in again, buys time, takes off. Did he get there with his legs? Spun out near the marker at the 40 by Trenton Simpson. Let's see where the spot is. Just a bit short, looks like. So it'll be 4th down.
They kind of tried to trap him. They showed blitz with the backers, but watch as this play unfolds. They're both protecting here and here on the potential of the quarterback leaving the pocket. They think they have him, but they get caught up to the inside there. Simpson kind of eyes got into the backfield, led him out of the back into the pocket there. And even with Simpson's speed, he's very, very close. That's the only reason he's able to push him out.
Offense on the field. We need about a half yard here. Leary sneaks it and makes it. Pretty easy call for Dave Doran. He's aggressive by nature, but definitely believes in the guys up front.
Yeah, and Dave Doran has that aggressive mindset. Defensive coach came up through the ranks. Great defensive mind and done such a heck of a job of building stability in Raleigh as a head coach. Has made some great hires. Tim Beck now here as his offensive coordinator. And he's going to come in. He knows to win here. He's got to be aggressive with decision making, things of that nature on 4th and short.
The throw on 1st down, launches downfield. That's Carter has got it, and he's got a 1st and goal. A beautiful looping throw. They beat the safety, Mukaba.
But the safety in the back is late coming over. I want you to keep an eye on him. I think he has to respect the inside. You see his body turn, and watch him right here get caught up. Eyes kind of to the inside, and it makes him late to the outside. Just caught up too much. It was R.J. Mickens looking to the inside towards 5 there. Thomas gave him a nice hole to the outside. And with that safety on the hash, you should never be able to complete that.
Pop pass. Thomas is going to be swarmed and knocked down by K.J. Henry behind the line. They were ready for that wrinkle.
K.J. Henry is off to a great start this year now that he's finally healthy. Near side, sheds that block right into the backfield. Again, I think that's just a miscommunication. There's no way you're going to bump K.J. Henry on the edge and work to that next linebacker upfield. You got to secure the edge before you let 5 make that play.
He's a great pass rusher. The question is, can he be physical enough on the edge against the run? He was that time. Well, the Wolfpack defense bowed up in the red zone. Let's see if Clemson's can do the same. Houston in the backfield. Got the football. Tried to make a cut. Early penetration there by Simpson. And it's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, those safeties are spread all over just really wide on that last play. You got to believe that Tim Beck and his offensive staff, if they get that look again, you get Thayer Thomas, a really talented slot receiver, work on a seam route right to the middle. Will have a chance if they get that look again.
Thayer in the slot, Carter on the edge on the right side. On 3rd down, Leary's going to take off, tries to dance, and he'll just power down inside the 4, but not going to get there. And both defenses rise up inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, they rush 3, drop Bates, quarterback draw. I mean, he's going to have linemen releasing downfield. I think they knew that it was going to be a rush 3, drop 8. You see he's following the running back. He's got a couple linemen downfield. So 2 pretty good drives. This one, a 14-play drive. We saw Clemson go on a 9-play drive, eating most of this first quarter, but neither one able to punch it in.
Career scoring leader for NC State is Christopher Dunn. He called the loss, or the win, excuse me, it was a win, but he felt like it was a loss last year when he missed 3 field goals. His low point, but his starting point. So he rededicated himself in lots of ways this season. Puts 3 on the board. Chewed up almost the entire first quarter. 2 long marches.